That match down, 20 seconds to go. Riding time is not a factor there. Zanetti gets 2, he wins. He's reaching. Zanetti able to grab. Zierup.
He's got a little separation there. He's got to get his right leg back. If he does that, he's got an opportunity to score, but nope, not enough time.
Justin Zierup hangs on. Michigan victorious. Zierup, the senior, 3-time NCAA qualifier, wins 3-2.
We have Chris Perry on the mat, the fourth mat. He's out to a 2-0 lead. Number 2 seed in the country. Really a tough wrestler in the top position. Younger brother of the 2-time national champion from the University of Iowa, now Illinois assistant coach Mark Perry Jr.
Perry wrestling Virginia Tech's at-large qualifier Chris Moon. Moon's a true freshman, 25-12.
Nice job of flattening out Moon.
Just in case you're just joining us, Virginia Tech with a couple of first-round wins today for the Hokies.
Against seeded wrestlers.
Yes.
Yeah, their unseeded guys have done very well. And I don't think they had too many. They had the seed at 33, and they also had a seed at Yates at 65.
A couple new matches getting started. Appalachian State's Austin Trotman, the senior, wrestling North Dakota State's Max Stoll, the junior, 23-12. Trotman, the 2012 Southern Conference champion. Couple of Tech Fall wins. He was a SoCon Most Outstanding Wrestler of the tournament. Very good on his feet, and he's showing that early. He has a 2-0 lead on the Bison wrestler, Max Stoll. Moving over to the ACC, Jonathan Fossey for Virginia at 184. He is wrestling Ian Hinton of Michigan State. Fossey with a takedown and some back points, Jim. He's going to lead 5-0 in this first period. If he doesn't get the fall to add to it. Looks like Hinton's able to get off his back and at least avoid the fall. But again, Fossey with a commanding 5-0 lead early on for the Cavaliers. Also just underway on mat 2, if you're following at home, Eric Smith, a senior from Penn, wrestling Kevin Radford of Arizona State. Sun Devil at 184 pounds. Perry continues to lead Moon 2-0.
Yeah, Perry will continue to ride really hard in that top position, and now he's got a bar arm set up. He's turning the hips one direction, and it's mainly for delivering a little bit of attitude and pain. And now he's going to go ahead and probably work with a side tilt right now. But short time, he must have built up at least 2.5 minutes of riding time. Yeah, 2:32 is the exact amount. And so takedown with 30 seconds, and Moon did well just from Virginia Tech just to stay off his back.
Radford, a 2-1 lead for Arizona State. Trotman, Appalachian State leading by 2. Fossey all over Hinton, 6-0. Jim, the top seed at 184 pounds, Wyoming's Joe LeBlanc. He is wrestling on mat 1, and that match is tied at 4. He's wrestling Mike Larson of Missouri in the second period.
Yeah, you heard the Missouri crowd get pretty excited there, but I think there was 2 back points just scored by LeBlanc in that situation over there. Yep, and then the first mat right at the end of the period, so he jumps out to a little bit better lead.
6-4, LeBlanc, the top seed at 184, leading by 2 as they start the third period with wrestlers neutral. We'll keep an eye on that. Trotman, Appalachian State still in control. The number 2 seed, Perry.
He's got potentially a near side. He should get 2-point reversal off that. So with all the riding time he's amassed right now, this is a 5-0 lead effectively. But what he hasn't been able to do is go ahead and take his opponent to his back. Moon has done a nice job from Virginia Tech of just staying out. He gives up the escape, and Perry's going to come right back after him. He's got a quick 30-second takedown, so expect him to go back to that with about 50 seconds left in this second period.
Smith and Radford knotted up at 3 apiece. Second period, no, excuse me, first period, inside 20 seconds to go. Smith finished third at the EIWA Championships, unseeded. Lost his first match, battled back to win 3 in a row and earn his ticket here to St. Louis.
Scoring situation again for Perry. One of the things you're going to see from him is the flexibility that he has. He's going to put as much weight as he can on that left leg, and he gets kind of get tweaked a little bit, tweaked his knee. Not a good sign. The inside of that knee got tweaked a little bit, and you know, Chris Perry's like his brother Mark. They rely so much on their flexibility, but even the most flexible in this environment can sometimes those joints give, and looks like he's in a little bit of pain.
Injury timeout. The other matches, Fossey of Virginia 8-0. Trotman in the top position, second period, leading 8-3. By the way, off camera, the top seed LeBlanc of Wyoming has added to his cushion, now leading 8-4 on Larson from Missouri. Radford with a 1-point lead for Arizona State.
Yeah, Radford is pretty much a straight-on wrestler, and he's comfortable with his lead at this point in the match. He's really a good, powerful-looking athlete. Will come at you straight on, get a good freight train double. And when you have that type of technique, you either like to hit it from a free position, so you make it look like the opponent is going to, you give your opponent the feel that you're going to go ahead and tie up with them, and you drop and hit that double.
Radford, one of those guys, he's traveled all over the world, spent some time in Japan, Germany, Italy. This is a rematch with Eric Smith. He beat Smith earlier this year 5-2. And as expected, tight. Second period, Radford with a 1-point lead. Lots of action with Trotman and Stoll, and this is typical for the Appalachian State wrestler, Austin Trotman. He's been a high scorer all season.
I like watching these type of guys that get out there and put out the points, and again, take the scoring opportunities that are given them. And
how's Perry moving around since that injury, Joe?
I think he's moving along pretty well. You can tell that particularly when he jumped down in that squatting position, that puts a little bit of pressure on that knee, and looks like he's just fine. And sometimes you get a little tweak like that. It's more alarm than anything else, and you want to shake it off and get back into the match. So rides out noon in the second period, and so he'll more than likely go ahead and it looks like he mentioned he's going to go with a freestyle start. Lays the hands on the back, intentional release. So again, this is a 4-2 score, and it's still a tight match.
Trotman able to get an escape. Fossey raises his arm in victory for Virginia. 9-0 winner. And the Cavaliers looking good at 184 pounds, Jonathan Fossey.
Looks like Chris Perry from Oklahoma State wants to play takedowns here. Gave the escape, got right in on a nice shot, and gave another intentional release. So that score 6-3. A lot of riding time for Perry.
Radford starts the third period on top, leading by 1. Smith tried to get up to his feet momentarily, brought right back down as Radford knifes in on that right ankle.
All right, if he doesn't move up, he'll probably get called for stalling, but he hasn't done just that. He's moved up to the waist level there, so that's a good move by Radford to stay active. Here's a scramble situation, and Moon from Virginia Tech did a good job of letting go of the leg at the right time, because Chris Perry was barreling down on him with a cradle. Could have been 2-point takedown and back point. So right now, wrestling for the team and trying to get the bonus point is Chris Perry. Score is 9-4. Riding time, so that makes it 10-4. So a takedown would make it 12-4 and give him the bonus point. So time left is 34 seconds. No, excuse me, he needs another 2 takedowns.
Speaking of bonus points, Trotman in that territory. He has a 12-6 lead plus riding time as he tries to turn Stoll over one more time, but I don't think he's going to get it done. Stoll is bellied out. Looks like he is pretty much done as Trotman locks him up, and we'll finish up with a 13-6 decision. Austin Trotman from Appalachian State, the senior, with a nice first-round win today.
Kevin Steinhaus from Minnesota, the seeded wrestler for the Gophers at the 184 pounds, gets a fall. Gopher crowd erupts. They've got a good 3 solid sections of lower level seats.